Well, hello there, Old Man Kelly here. Welcome to my YouTube channel's new segment called 5 Minutes On. This is a segment where I talk for 5 minutes on someone or something involved with cinema or the movie industry, because that's what this channel is about. And today I'm going to do 5 minutes on one of my heroes, Orson Welles. So let's get right into it. I've long been fascinated by Orson Welles, ever since since I was in grade school, I think, or junior high. I've been fascinated by Orson Welles. I've seen every movie. I listen to every interview that I can find with the guy, because I find just the way he talks fascinating, the way he tells stories. And of course, there's Citizen Kane. And I have more than just loving that movie for being a great movie. I have a personal connection with Citizen Kane. It means a lot to me. But I'm not going to go into that right now. That's a story for another day, perhaps. But the question I'm going to pose today about Orson Welles: was he in some weird way trying to sabotage his own film career? Now, before you say, Jeff, that's crazy, let's look at some facts here, will you? Citizen Kane, his first movie with RKO, he signed a 2-picture deal to write and direct 2 films that he's going to have total control of, total freedom, final cut, everything. What does he do? He takes on William Randolph Hearst, the guy who basically controls all of media at the time, or a big chunk of it, in the world. Hearst papers were huge, and in those days, you had to advertise your movies, you had to do it in the newspaper, you needed good reviews in the newspaper. So when you anger a guy who controls all of that, you're putting yourself into a hole pretty quick, right? And it did. It hurt him a lot. It's one reason Citizen Kane didn't do well when it was released. Let's go to his second film, Magnificent Ambersons. Now, he gave up complete control of this, even though he originally signed that agreement, because he wanted to start working on another film or something. So he gave up control, so he didn't have final cut on this. And the thing is, before it was completed, before it was finished editing, he left to work on another project. The studio took it away, shortened it, re-edited it, changed the order of the scenes, filmed new scenes. Did he know this was going to happen? I mean, let's just put it this way. If the film tanked, he could say, well, it wasn't me. The studio took it away. If they would have left the film the way I had it, it would have been a success. He might have had an excuse of why the film didn't do so well. His third directorial film was The Stranger. Now, he didn't have a lot of control there, and he was out to prove to Hollywood that he could actually do a movie, the movie that they wanted, in a reasonable time frame, under budget and all that, so we won't count that one. Then we go on to The Lady from Shanghai. It's going to star his ex-wife, right? Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth, known for her long red hair and her beautiful singing voice. So what does he do? He cuts her hair really short, dyes it blonde, doesn't let her sing at all in the film. The studio was furious. In fact, Orson Welles was against close-ups in his day. He didn't like close-ups, and he didn't shoot any close-ups for the original cut of Lady from Shanghai. Again, the studio was upset. They took the film away from him. They cut out most of his end that takes place in the House of Mirrors. They added a song, they added some close-ups to it. Again, he did something weird that was just going to hurt him in the long run. And then, of course, we go to Touch of Evil. Touch of Evil, there's different stories about how he got to direct it, but the fact of the matter is, it was his decision to change the story, which took place like a small town in California, I think, change it to a border town, and make Charlton Heston a Mexican. I mean, it's a brilliant film, especially the restored version, but Charlton Heston, no. A Mexican, no. It just shouldn't have happened. It's these types of things that happens in Orson Welles' career that makes me think, was he trying? Did he just not get it, or was he giving himself outs in case the movie didn't do well? And I see my 5 minutes is up, but it's just a thought I had on Orson Welles. Thanks for watching.